welcome to my show. As you all, I'm not sure if everyone knows, but today is, the International Day Against, homophobia, which has been going on for quite some time. Of course, it's a serious, serious topic. I was supposed to, upload this video, on Sunday, but, seeing as basically the topic that I'm talking about is homophobia, so I decided that it'd be best to put it on this day. So, sorry. Yeah. So, well, of course, this is like a big issue that's been going on. Like I know, well, a lot of people that's been talking about, like a lot of people who are gay that they like to hide it, or a lot of people say that they wish they weren't, or they because of people like they tell them certain things, like of course talk about anything offensive, and that of course that gets to them, and they probably get all stressed out or depressed, and of course that can lead to problems or as we all know, like a lot of people who committed suicide. Um, well, what I have to talk about with homophobia, of course, is that, you know, well, actually, with my whole story, let me, explain that because, of course, I had the experience. I mean, I had that experience already. But yeah, back in, high school that I went to, it was basically the same thing. Like I had a lot of friends, well, so-called friends, because I know that they're all fakes, not because of, that after I told them, came out. Um, but yeah, back in high school, I had like a couple of friends, that well, they didn't know it at first. Well, some of them said it did, but I don't think they did. But sorry. Um, yeah, so I had a lot of friends, and that one day, well, no, I'm not really sure how it went, but I'm pretty sure that one of my friends I told that I liked, I think it was two dudes in the school that I was friends with at the time. I told one friend, then I don't know why, but actually, it was my fault. I told him to tell them, that I actually had a crush on these two. So when he went to them and told them that, that's how it all started with the whole rumors and everything going on, and that's when everyone went back and forth and told this person, told that person, and it is basically spread. And a lot of people today talks about, that they, bi, which they not, because I know a lot of people that use that to, it's basically one step forward to coming out because I did the same thing. It's just basically saying that, you one step further, so you coming out more. Um, you coming out, slowly, little by little, and that also makes you feel a little bit more comfortable with yourself because if you say that, they'll then of course the straight your straight friends will be like, oh, okay, well, he still likes he still likes girls and anything like that, so okay, he's still cool. So that's why I believe that a lot of people use that because that's the only way you can, that to me that's the only way that I see it as, because to me that whole, that's just confuse people. I don't even believe in that whole sexuality anyway. I know a lot of people get upset at that, but I don't really believe in that. I just think that they mainly use that because they just don't want to come out fully yet. And while the other ones who are way older and still say that they're bi is probably just the people still confused. Some people come out earlier and some people takes a little while before, they basically come out fully. So that's what I believe with that whole, bi thing. But yeah, so basically I use that to, like one step further. So, um, after that happened, there's like a whole bunch of rumors. Everything was going on. And, that stressed me out and everything like that because, that made me sad. And, of course, everyone learns from these experiences. But then again, it pissed me off. So, and back in high school, I used to have like a whole bunch of friends like that was in gangs and stuff like that. So, and I was crazy back then. So I get really pissed off. Well, I still do it now, but back then I had like a lot of those type of friends. So, basically the people that were spreading the rumors, like they was like I already threatened those people that they was gonna get beat up, and then they used to, they was always scared to come around me. Anytime they see me with my other friends or with my nephew or anything, they would cross the street or they would run away because they know something was gonna happen. So with that whole homophobia thing with me nowadays is like to me it doesn't like I don't get sad or I'm like, oh, I don't want to kill myself, something like that. No, I get pissed off and probably bash somebody's head in with a with a pipe or a bat. That's how I am. So that whole homophobia crowd, they can't play with me. As for other people, well, mainly to me, I see this as more of the feminine type, like the ones that has that whole girl mentality. They're the ones that mostly, get all sad or depressed and want to kill themselves. Not, I don't see that with any of the masculine dudes, but most of them are hiding it anyway. So, half of them in the closet. Um, but you know, to me, this whole homophobia thing, and the people that, are, well, claim that they are homophobic, to me, that's just the people that, they're ones as well, but they're just afraid that if they will hang out with, their own kind, that if they hang out with their own kind, then they will slowly come out and be themselves. So I guess they basically that whole homophobia came from people that were afraid of of themselves and wanted to cover that up by saying that that they hate gays because they just don't they want to cover it up. They don't want to come out yet. That's how I see that because a lot of people that I noticed that were like that usually are one themselves. They like more the closet types. So those people were just basically hiding it and they're afraid to, be themselves. So I don't understand that. Like, if you're not comfortable with being yourself, then it really makes no sense to me. You have to, I don't understand that at all. So that's how I see homophobia as just people that is afraid to be out. And once they hang out with those type of people, with their kind, then they'll slowly, of course, see what they really are, and then they'll eventually come out. So that's what I feel with that homophobia thing and people that claim to be. So yeah, well, I'm not, and also back to the homophobia thing. I'm not really saying that I promote violence. Like, I'm not saying that any gay person that gets offended or like anybody like any straight homophobic anybody homophobic like spread I mean say anything offensive that they should beat them up or something. I'm not saying that, but just to be more like try not to let words like get to you like that. I know like a lot of people are young, like it's basically a lot of teenagers, so they're still new to this stuff, so they have a little bit of time to get used to it, because that's how I was too. I was the same way when basically the same thing happened to me. I was really stressed out or sad, and I know that a lot of people do go through that as well, but some people just have to course, to strengthen their minds, calm down, don't care what people say, because then again, that's just them. You know, a lot of people today are jealous, or they're just, well, what I see is that a lot of straight people do be jealous of the gay ones because they have more girls with them. And that's one other thing that I noticed, that straight people like to hang out with gay people because they have, a lot of girls. So, that's just their way to get in. They just sneak in there. I mean, they slip in there and then they take somebody, and then, that's how they do it, because I've seen that in high school already. So, that's so if you do see any straight people that's all of a sudden talking to you, it's not because they want to be friends with you. They just want to get one of your friends, and that's it. But, so back to this. Um, yeah, I know a lot of people, just, they're young, so they're new to this stuff, but sometimes you just have to let things go and, don't even like, don't even bother what people have to say because it's words basically. Now, if they want to put their hands on you, that's a whole different thing. That's when, violence comes in. But because I don't really promote that stuff. But I know with me, like, I'll be serious. Like, if they say something, I'll say something bad. If they want to fight, then, we can fight. I'm not the type that's just gonna be like, oh, oh, I'm stressed out and oh, I want to kill myself. Things like that. No, you just gotta like, of course, man up. And just basically ignore these stuff, or, just don't even like care what they say, or, anything like that. Just, go on, do what you have to do, continue pursuing what you have to do in life, and, don't care what other people have to say, because that's just words. And, half of those people that are so-called homophobic or, ones themselves. So basically to see them as yourselves, but yeah, basically see them as one of us, but just they're just scared to come out. That's how you should just see them as, because a lot of them are always talking about they hate gays, this and that, but then again, a lot of gays do be successful. I'm pretty sure half of them probably like half of us could be like doctors or lawyers, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna need one of us when they probably need like any emergency surgery. They're gonna have to come to like a gay doctor to do anything, or if they need a lawyer for any kind of case, they're gonna have to come to one as well. So, because a lot of gay people that I know, they are successful. So, well, not all, but majority of them, of course, go to school and they want to learn everything like that. Because everyone is equal, everyone's the same. So it makes no sense to hate on somebody else because they like the same gender. I mean, yeah, the same gender. Um, so yeah, basically that's all I have to say about homophobia. Um, you know, people who are homophobic, I know that they're one, so they'll probably eventually say it. But for now, I'll just say this to know what people have to say because it's words. They can't do anything to hurt you. Um, but that's if you take words seriously. To me, like I don't really care anymore. That's back then, but now it's like I don't really care anymore. Like I don't really have time for this talking. You can keep talking, but I'm not the type that's to sit there and just argue 24/7 with you. So you know what I mean? So just they be on their way, you be on your way. That's it. Or if you want, just walk away. You don't have to sit there and stand there listen to it, all the bull crap they have to say to you. So yeah. Um, Let me see, anything else? Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, that's all I basically had to say. I have nothing else on mind, but just ignore it. It is words and screw what they have to say, you know, because just think of yourself as, better than them and you'll succeed in life. So hope you all enjoy this video and I'll see you all next week or maybe a couple of days. I keep forgetting my schedule that, I'm supposed to post these videos. But I hope you all enjoyed and I'll see you later. All right.